Good evening, welcome to Q Weekly. On tonight's show, Lynn and Di from the Matrix Guild will be joining me a little later on to talk about growing old disgracefully. We'll also be having a look at Paws Fashion, which are clothes for dogs and cats. Don't miss that one. We'll have some more ads from Stephen King and Q Calendar, keeping you up with what's going on in the community. But first, it's time for tonight's episode of I Can't Even Think Straight. In tonight's episode, Corey beds a boy from school and learns of Alice's plot to win Eric, the gorgeous boy next door. And Carla, the ex-housekeeper, is told she's not pretty enough to enter the beauty pageant, but Corey is, despite his gender. Let's have a look.
It's hard, man. I don't know what to do.
Who the hell is that?
Just another one of the many boys at school you're not having sex with.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd let you know that I'm entering the beauty pageant tomorrow. And when I'm voted the most beautiful girl in the local community, I'll be the one getting Eric, and you won't be the one getting Eric.
Well, Alice, hon, as you can see right now, I don't need to be getting Eric, so you can just crawl back into your little spider web and die.
Corey, I hate you more than anything in the whole wide world. You always take what's mine, and Mom and Dad always put the blame on me. Well, not this time, bunny boy. I'm gonna screw that boy from next door, and when I do, I'm gonna keep on screwing and screwing and...
The school beauty pageant. It sounds like fun. I wonder if...
I full-heartedly object!
Oh, come now, Mr. Buzzer. Surely you too were once a boy.
Bring me the lad, if you will, Nancy.
Principal Wright, this goes against the long school tradition of, well, sir, to be honest, heterosexuality. Decency. What's right for our kids? After all, they're our future. What you're planning to do is, quite frankly, filth.
Yes, well, Mr. Buzzer, I might just make it school policy that all members of staff are entitled to just a little filth every now and again. Wouldn't you agree, young Corey?
Well, sir, there's nothing I like better than to be filthy.
And did you make this outfit yourself?
Yes, sir, in home economics class.
Oh, well, you're obviously very talented.
Thank you, sir.
And what kind of luxurious fabric is this?
The kind that doesn't come off very easily, unfortunately, sir.
Ah, yes. Well, obviously what we have here is a passionate, driven, and oh, so very talented young man who deserves every possible opportunity to expose himself to the entire school community.
So this means I'm in the beauty pageant, Principal Wright?
It most certainly does.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Principal Wright, you're a filthy, filthy man.
Unfortunately, Roger, I can't stay and chat. I'm late for the swimming carnival at the junior campus.
Oh. I'll get you, Principal Wright. Ladies, once again I have the pleasure of being your spiritual guide on the road to perfect beauty. And my office door is always open, and should you ever need a little, shall we say, extra...
Hi. My name's Carla James, and this is my cat, Snowy. We're here for the beauty pageant, and I hope we're not too late.
Carla, is it?
That's right. Carla James.
Miss James, are you addressing me with your best side?
Yes, this is my best side.
Just as I thought, Carla James. If I'd wanted people like you to enter, I would have called it an ugliness pageant. And that goes for anyone else who decides to be ugly. Now, get out and take that mangy cat with you. I think the science club's doing some animal experiments down the corridor. You can drop it off there.
Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Buzzer. I just want to say thanks for their class.
Alice, it's okay. I understand.
Oh.
How about my office at 4 tomorrow?
Really? What for?
Hey, on your box. Extra tuition. You do want to win, don't you?
Of course I do.
Good. Then I'll see you in my office at 4, eh?
Sure. Thanks, Mr. Buzzer.
All right.
Oh, you know, Snowy, I just had the best jog. It felt so fast. So very fast. But, you know, I just can't stop chewing. You got any gum?
Hey, Dr. Fielding, it's great to see you getting that fat ass of yours some recreation.
Ah, it was recreational, all right. I just got a shipment of special pharmaceuticals in at the surgery. They're great. Here, you want some?
Does Benjamin Netanyahu eat gefilte fish? What?
Great, just great. But, you know, it's nice to get away from those nutcase mental patients.
I wouldn't count on that.
Hey, Dr. Fielding. I hate my life. And I want to die.
Well, Carla, I'd help you if I could, but, you know, since the review board hearing, I'm really not supposed to prescribe any lethal pharmaceuticals.
But, Dad, Carla was told that she was too ugly to be considered for the pageant.
Oh, that's a rough one. Oh, well, okay, then. Here, take at least 18 of these and go lie down on a plastic sheet somewhere.
Thanks, Dr. Fielding.
Hey there, happy family. Guess what? I'm getting extra tuition from Mr. Buzzer. They had judge at the beauty pageant tomorrow. Well, congratulations, hon. I'm going to be Miss Local Community in no time.
I knew we could count on you to slut yourself around, just like your mother.
Well, it's all thanks to you, Dad. Eric's going to be mine in no time, so Corey won't get his grubby hands on him.
That's the way, Alice.
Mom, Dad, I've got something to say. I entered the school beauty pageant today as well. And I think the whole thing's a bit unhealthy. All those people being told they're not good enough to enter, it can't be good for their self-esteem. And, well, I think that you're being irresponsible parents.
Hey, Corey, those are pretty strong words for a little man. I know at your age it may not seem fair, but us adults have to look at the big picture. Have you ever heard of Darwin's theory of evolution?
No, Dad.
Well, kids, in a nutshell, it goes like this. The talented people float to the top, and the slimy, no-good people sink to the bottom and eventually die. And what Carla's discovering, unfortunately, is that she's one of the slimy, no-good people.
And surely it's better she finds it out before she tries to do something with her life.
Yeah, Mom, I guess.
Well, that's what growing up is all about, kiddo.
Really?
Sure. Hey, have you got any gum?
What?
Oh, and another thing. Do anything to spoil Alice's special day, and you'll be doing your work experience as an electroshock therapy patient.
And now it's time for our viewer feedback. This week we got an email from a young guy who writes to tell us that he watches every week and he thinks the show is great. He's not out and Bent TV makes him feel good and comfortable. So thanks very much for your feedback. If you'd like to email your comments and feedback, you can do that on feedback@benttv.org.au and let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. But first, we're going to have a look at another two in a series of ads by Stephen King about Howard's stance on same-sex marriage. Have a look.
We've been through a lot in 30 years, but we were always there for each other. We built a home and a life together. But they wouldn't even let me see you in your final days. They said family and spouse only. 30 years of love and devotion. And they still try to separate us.
John Howard and Mark Latham want to amend the Marriage Act. It will tear people and families apart. Say no to the amendment.
Mummy is very sad. She said she's not allowed to be my mum. Why do they want to take my mummy away? I don't want to lose my mummy.
John Howard and Mark Latham want to amend the Marriage Act. It will tear people and families apart. Say no to the amendment.
Good evening, welcome back to Q Weekly. I'm joined now by Lynn and Di from the Matrix Guild. Hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. First, for our audience, I want you to give me a little bit of a rundown about what the Matrix Guild is.
Well, we're a committee of business women who does fundraising and for the retired disabled women, predominantly lesbian, in the community who would need home care, accommodation, any sort of therapy that's going on that they may need, and we fund small amounts.
Oh, okay.
Have done in the past.
So you lend support to these people in the community.
Yeah, and we've got a new new community development worker that's we've employed to support these women on the other end of a phone.
Oh, okay.
So that was our project lately.
Okay, and so what are some of the other things that Matrix Guild do, Lynn? I've heard something, you told me something about home care services and things that you're working on at the moment?
I'm actually a student on placement with Matrix Guild, and my project is to research some of the models of home care service that Matrix Guild could offer. In the past, it's relied on, we've basically concentrated on giving personal support and small amounts of finance, as Di has said. We want to make that more structured and expand that in some way. So the project is actually about taking ideas to the community, the lesbian community, preferably older lesbians, but the broader lesbian community as well, to get some sort of consultation happening.
Yeah.
We don't want to do it in isolation of their ideas. We want their input on any kind of final model that happens. So that's all happening this September.
Yeah. What are some of the issues that older lesbians face that are unique? I mean, older people are marginalised in society, and then lesbians in that marginalised, even marginalised again. Are there problems that older lesbians face that other people wouldn't?
I think so. In the homophobia, in the a small amount of the health field, homophobia is very predominant with consultation, and we're trying to change that in that we've got a forum or a night on Tuesday night with Growing Old Disgracefully.
Excellent. Yeah, tell me a little bit about Growing Old Disgracefully. It's by the Matrix Guild, but in conjunction with the Royal Women's Hospital.
That was a major breakthrough for us as Matrix, and raising our standards or our exposure has developed into a partnership with the Royal Women's Hospital and Absolutely Women's Health in having this night for older lesbians, and we're going to have guest speakers dealing with speaking on homophobia and health issues, and is it Sandy Jeffs that is doing is speaking on her own personal issues as well as a panel afterwards, and a health expo as well.
Excellent. And so that's tomorrow night, and whereabouts is that? At the Royal Women's Hospital?
That's at the Royal Women's Hospital.
And if you're interested in getting tickets for that, you should call to book beforehand. What's the number for that?
I have the phone number. It's 9344 2199, and that's Absolutely Women's Health. That's a department of the Royal Women's Hospital.
Excellent. So if you're interested in going along tomorrow night, call that number and check out Growing Old Disgracefully.
Yes, which we hopefully do.
Hopefully do. Are you guys growing old disgracefully?
Definitely.
We're not advertising it, but we're hopefully doing it. Yeah, so.
Thank you very much for talking to us, guys. And now we're going to have a look at some footage of Harriet and Brett checking out Paws Fashion clothes for dogs and pussies. Have a look.
Now, most of us don't have dependents, so some of us have actually taken to a different form of dependent, like a child, but not really a child, more of a four-legged variety as a substitute. Yes, I'm talking about cats and dogs, those lovable little furry things that leave fur everywhere, or the bigger things that actually take you for a walk. Now, because they are our children, we want to love them and do everything we can for them. So you may want to pamper your pooch or puss here at Paws Fashion in Berwick.
Studs, these amazing leads and collars. And of course, for those who like sunglasses, what about a pair of these? And of course, this is a necessity, I think. This is your little pooper scooper, you know? And it's quite cute, really. Yeah, that could be very handy. But there's something very similar that I came up with. And apparently, this is to serve the dinner with, you know, out of those cans. You know, I always use a knife myself, but actually, this would become in handy for many reasons. Wow, look at this number. What a beautiful outfit. I could just imagine that in someone's dog. And maybe something in red. Little Red Riding Hood even. There's all these clothes here, of course. This is more of a summer look. Maybe gets a bit hot, you know, so a few frills. And what about the boys? What's there for the boys? Look at this. This is a cute little outfit for a little tiger, don't you think? Oh, this is a bit much. Bit of a playgroup type outfit, I'd say, wouldn't you? And gosh, what's that? Small version of the other, but it's in blue. Beautiful. Nice night out. You may be wondering what in the world these are. Well, they're actually shoes. One for each foot of your dog, or cat even. Look, aren't they cute? No more wet paws? Yes. Just remember, ask them to wipe their feet before they come inside, okay? Bye.
Thank you very much to Harriet and Brett for that. Now it's time for Q Calendar. On now, don't forget that the Melbourne Leather Festival is on. If you'd like more details, there's lots of events. You can check it out at www.melbourneleatherfestival.org. And also playing at the moment at the Arts Centre Playhouse is Take Me Out, which is a play about a baseball player who casually reveals that he's gay. Very good reviews. Melbourne Theatre Company at the Playhouse, you can get information. On Thursday the 9th of September, White Out at Mount Buller, which is the annual premiere Gay and Lesbian Ski Weekend is on, and if you'd like information about that, the email address is www.midsummer.org.au/whiteout. Slave Market is on at the Laird Hotel on Saturday the 11th of September, and it's presented by No Attitude Guys. It's a fundraiser for the David Williams Fund, which provides support to Victorians living with HIV and AIDS. On Saturday the 18th of September is the 7th annual AIDS Quilt Trivia Night, which should be a great night at St Kilda Town Hall. It's a BYO drinks and supper, but there's plenty of entertainment, and for more info you can call 9846 4785. On Saturday, October the 2nd, One Night in Heaven is a cabaret show which is showing at Chapel Off Chapel, and that is also raising funds for the David Williams Fund. On Sunday the 3rd of October, the Victorian AIDS Council is holding its Art for AIDS auction at Chapel Off Chapel at 3 p.m, so check that out, and if you'd like more information, call Stephen at the VAC on 9865 6700. And next week, Vic will be talking to Paul Capsis at Her Majesty's Theatre, and don't forget to watch Face to Face on Thursdays at 10:30. And remember, if you have an event that you would like to mention in our Q calendar segment, you can contact us at feedback@benttv.org.au, and please include your contact details and information and get it to us as early as possible so we can include you. That's all for Q Weekly this week. Thanks for joining us.